How did you get started in fashion design, Peggy?
My kind of intro to fashion design came through a boutique in Kansas City, which is no longer here, and I was hired as a production manager for a clothing label in New Delhi. So I majored in religious studies at college and had no kind of general fashion aspirations. It wasn't necessarily something I thought would be in my future. More than any other girl loves fashion. But upon returning from my trip to New Delhi, it was kind of in my blood, as well as a lot of curry and bug bites. And so it was a few months. Yeah, Delhi belly. It was a few months after I returned that there was a storefront open at 18th and Wyandotte, and that was about 4 years ago. I was really lucky to land that space because it's kind of introduced me to a really awesome world of fashion happening not only locally but internationally. I think it's still kind of unbelievable to people that it's that you no longer have to be in New York or Paris to be a fashion designer working on an international level, and I think the organizers and the designers of the show are kind of a part of that reason why that's the case nowadays.
Yeah.
And the internet. And blogs.
Well, tell us a little bit about, what can you tell us about your collection for the show this year?
The collection for the show is a complete surprise this year. It won't be, what's the right word? Constructed is not the right word. It won't be put together. It won't be cooked.
It will be cooked.
The day of the show.
The day of the show.
And I am extremely grateful to the organizers of the West 18th Street Fashion Show for letting me remain creative and stay flexible, and I think that that's a really important component of the show because they understand and are familiar with my aesthetic and my work ethic. They trust me, and therefore I'm not going to let them down, and they know that. Through the past 5 years, it's been kind of this gradual evolution of more ready-to-wear styles to more extreme avant-garde versions of what my interpretation of fashion may or may not be that year. Because to be honest, I think fashion is bullshit a lot of the time. And they let me experiment in that and, you know, not take it too seriously. But somebody put it really well once and said, what you do is funny, but you're not joking, and I think that that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. And so after the show, or beyond the show, what are you currently working on right now?
Right now, today, I was sewing for Miss Lady Kier of Delight. She has a shoot going on Sunday in New York that I can't be there for, but we'll be shipping clothes to her.
Wow.
Just did a giant custom job for Epson printers that will be in magazines probably at the end of, what's this month? It's May, June, July, the end of July, maybe the end of August. We did clothing for the backup dancers of Lady Gaga's Monster Ball.
So amazing.
Which is really cool,
yeah.
Yes. And we're opening up a temporary shop in New York for the month of September. So that's
wow.
On the Bay, along with, I teach at the Kansas City Art Institute, and have a summer class there called Entrepreneurial Textiles. Once you have your product, what do you do with it? And we'll be teaching in the fall as well when I get back from New York. So there's a lot of things kind of cooking up, as well as my collection is cooking up too. And you'll see what I mean the day of the show.
Well, we're looking forward to it, Peggy. Thank you so much, and congratulations on all of your success.